Hi and Assalamualaikum. So for our video presentation, we will be presenting our group assignment, Proposal for System Development Project Sri Ternap. And this video presentation will be presented by Anis Yasmin, Farida Sufia, Hanis, Inta Shazwana and Nurul Ardini. Next. The summary of the systems to be developed. Buying groceries is one of the essential things for all people all around the world. Some people may think that buying groceries has caused them a lot of problems, and most of them started to avoid buying groceries and look down upon them. Hence, we have developed a system that will make the customer buy their groceries with ease and flexibility and encourage them to start buying groceries as their routine. Next.
In this slide, I will be talking about the problem description that consists of scenario, statement, and needs. The scenarios of this problem descriptions is when buying groceries physically, there are a lot of problems that have been encountered by the customer, such as wasting their time and energy, dealing with uncertainty, having to wait in long checkout lines to pay, and the services provided by the market staff are not the same as they're commercialized. This problem has led to the customers avoiding to buy their groceries, and some even pay for personal shopper to help them buy groceries because they want to avoid encountering all these problems. Further statements. The problems that the customers has encountered are like stated below. The first one is time, because the user will usually take hours to stroll around the whole market just to find the specific item they want. Second is energy, because when buying groceries, it takes a lot of energy to walk and lift the goods. The third problem is uncertainty, because usually when buying grocery physically, we do not get any notice on what products or items are available and out of stocks. Fourth is not enough checkout lines. Most of the grocery market checkout lines are closed and they only open a few of them. And lastly is services. In some grocery market, the services provided are not as good as what they have mentioned or commercialized to the public. Next, for the needs, we need to develop a system where it enables the customers to purchase their groceries online and also offer online payment, credit card, and cash on delivery payment method. With this system, the customer do not have to encounter any of these problems that they have been avoiding. Next slide. When developing a system, there are a few objectives that has been set, which are to develop information system that satisfy an organizational, informational, operational, and management requirements. The second objective is to help handle the planned expansions of a business. And lastly, is to accommodate data flow, communication, decisions making, control, and effectiveness. That's all from me. I will pass it to the next presenter, Farida Sufia.
Moving on to scope of the system. For this database, we have 4 modules in total: customer, product, orders, and payment, which when user click on each module, it will navigate to another module. And then for advantages of the system, the first one is it can save the customers time, where they don't have to wasting their time strolling and walking through the whole Sri Ternap building to find products they want, and they don't have to wait in long lines to pay. Furthermore, it can save customers energy and remove uncertainty on the product's availability, because this system will notify customer the product's availability. Next advantage is purchase flexibility, where these systems allows customers to purchase anytime during operation hours and anywhere. Lastly, the advantage of this system is it enables price comparison, where customers can browse and explore a variety of products online, compare the prices, and choose products according to their preference and budget. Next slide. Project team. There are 3 job roles in this project, which are project manager, database designer, and programmer analyst. Firstly, project manager, which is responsible for arranging and coordinating the culmination of explicit ventures for an association while guaranteeing the tasks are on schedule and the right direction. Secondly, database designer, which is responsible in defining the detailed database design includes indexes, tables, views, constraints, procedures, and other specific constructs that are needed to store, retrieve, and delete. Thirdly, programmer analyst, which the role is to define, develop, test, and analyze the software according to business requirement. It includes writing, coding, testing, and analyzing. Next slide.
Next is project timeline. A project timeline is a conceptual point of reference that allows team to fully understand the flow of tasks required to finish a project on schedule. So, this is our timeline. Next is project risk. Every project needs to be studied regarding possible risks, and it is important for us to be prepared to face those risks. First possible risk is the coding issue. We may encounter these issues that include bugs and even logical error. However, this issue can be solved if codes being tested regularly and immediately solving the errors whenever they are found. Second possible risk is low productivity. Our team may face these issues because of due dates or deadlines or burnout. This issue can be solved if our team has a clear setting goals and will be able to communicate about project details effectively. Third possible risk is the response or feedback from users or customers. If we did not receive any feedback from user, we still be able to test through beta and users testing. Also, conducting surveys to user help in maintaining our system development. Next is project deliverables. For this project outcome, the system that has been designed and built to be used by Sri Ternak. The system facilitate customers' online purchases, facilitate management and operations, user-friendly and easy-to-use system. Also, it saves customers' time and energy. Next, to develop the system, we use hardware which is laptop, brand Lenovo Legion Y540, and the processor is Intel i5. The RAM is 8 GB and storage 119 GB Hitachi and 931 GB Seagate. And the graphic card is 4095 MB NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. Next, for the software, we use PHP which is a user-friendly software tool and open source PHP-based web app. This software tool manage and handle MySQL database. Also, it help create, drop, delete, alter, manage, and edit MySQL database. Also, it export and backup database, tables, and all information in the MySQL. Next, presenter.
For entity type descriptions, the first entity type is customer. Customer is a person who ordered products through the Sri Ternak website, and every customer of Sri Ternak will need to register or log in to the website. In this entity type, the customer will need to provide a few information in order for them to get access to Sri Ternak grocery websites such as customer ID, first name, and last name. For entity type 2, the second entity type is product, which are the items that are available in Sri Ternak. All data of the products will be updated on the database systems like product name, price, description, images, product quantity, and categories. All products in Sri Ternak will be categorized into 3 categories, which are ready to cook, vegetable, and fruits. The third entity type is order. Once the customer has ordered our products, the data of all order details will be in the database systems, and the customer will receive the order details that will provide information like order number, order quantity, order time received, order time completed, and order date. And the last entity type is payment. Once the customer has received their order details, they will need to make payment for their order. Payment will be done through our websites, and once payment has been done, the customer will then be given the payment details such as bill number, time payment, date payment, and total. Once the customer receives this, their order will be processed and delivered in a few days. For business rules, there are several business rules. The first is a customer can buy one or more products. One product can be bought by many customers. Many products can be included in one order. A product can be included in one order. An order can include one or many products. An order must only do one payment. And the last is a payment can only be made for one order. Next.
Alright, so moving on to the demonstration of database in PHP MyAdmin. We use PHP MyAdmin to create our database called StreetNA, and we actually can either choose XAMPP or WAMP to get access to PHP MyAdmin. However, in our case, we are not required to download it as it is provided by our beloved lecturer, which is Sir Ridwan. So, first thing first, we have to click our database first. Alright, so this is our database that was created by our lecturer, and there are 4 tables which are customer, orders, payment, and product. Each tables that we have entered the data according to the attributes for that particular table. For example, like customer, we have customer ID, first name, last name, phone number, password, username for as their attributes. So if we move on to structure for customer entity or customer table, we can see the details of that table, and we can see here that customer ID act as the primary key of this table. And in this table, we can set what type of the data that we want it to be. If we want it to be integer, it will only be numbers only. And then if we want to enter, for example, a new data or new information of in this table, we can click insert button, and then we can enter any data that we want for the column here. Alright, and then moving on to SQL, if we want to enter queries, for example, like here, type select star, and then type from, and then for example, we want to get queries for orders, so we type orders and then click go. Alright, so if it appears the same like we have made our table previously, it means that the table is correct. So for our ERD that we have created in this PHP MyAdmin, we can click designer here, and these are our ERD that we have made based on the information that we have created in this PHP MyAdmin. So as we can see the relationship between the tables here. So that's all from us. Thank you.